Have you ever felt a subtle shift in your relationship with your children? A quiet change where the roles seemed to blur, and suddenly you felt less like the respected parent and more like, well, perhaps a friend, an advisor, or even someone whose opinions are gently, or not so gently, dismissed. It's a profound heartache many of us over 60 silently carry. We poured our hearts, our time, our very being into raising them, guiding them, nurturing them through every scraped knee and broken heart. We offered wisdom, unconditional love, and countless sacrifices. And yet, as they've grown into adults, established their own lives, and perhaps even started their own families, it sometimes feels as though that deep-seated respect we once shared, that natural reverence for the one who raised them, has subtly, painfully, eroded. You might find yourself biting your tongue, feeling ignored, or wondering why your advice, once eagerly sought, now feels unwelcome. This isn't a reflection of your worth. Not at all. It's often a natural, albeit sometimes challenging, evolution of family dynamics. But here's the secret, and it's one that countless individuals have discovered: you have the power to gently, yet powerfully, shift these dynamics back towards mutual respect. In this video, we're not talking about manipulation or control. We're going to unpack 5 powerful moves, simple yet profound shifts in how we interact and present ourselves, that can help you regain that cherished, heartfelt respect from your adult children. Stick with me until the very end, because I have something to share that might truly surprise you and change how you see these relationships forever. So, let's dive right into our first powerful move: re-establish boundaries and expectations. Now, before you even think about setting rules for your adult children, let's be clear: this isn't about laying down the law or trying to revert to a parent-child dynamic of yesteryear. Oh no. This is about clarity, about defining what's acceptable, what's healthy, and what's necessary for your own well-being and the integrity of your relationships. Respect, you see, often blossoms in the soil of clear expectations and consistent boundaries. When those lines blur, when we allow ourselves to be taken for granted, or when we step into roles that are no longer ours to play, that subtle erosion of respect can begin. Think about it this way: in any healthy relationship, be it with a friend, a spouse, or a colleague, there are unspoken, and sometimes spoken, rules of engagement. When these are unclear or consistently violated, resentment builds and respect dwindles. With our adult children, this can manifest in so many ways. Perhaps they call at all hours expecting immediate attention, or drop by unannounced, assuming you're always free. Maybe they constantly ask for financial support without considering your own needs, or they offer unsolicited, critical opinions about your life choices, your home, or even your parenting style with their own children. It might be subtle comments, or it might be outright demands. The painful reality is that often, we've inadvertently taught them that this behavior is acceptable, simply by not addressing it. So, how do we reestablish these boundaries kindly, yet firmly? The first step is internal. You need to define your non-negotiables. What are you no longer willing to tolerate? What behaviors cross a line for you, causing you stress, resentment, or a feeling of being taken advantage of? This isn't about being selfish, it's about self-preservation and protecting the very love you share. Is it the expectation that you'll always babysit, even when you have other plans? Is it the casual way they might borrow money without a clear repayment plan? Is it the constant stream of negative comments about your life once you're clear within yourself? The next step is communication. And this is where many of us falter. Isn't it we dread confrontation, fear rejection, or worry we'll upset them? But true love and respect can withstand honest, calm communication. When you communicate your boundaries, use I statements. This shifts the focus from accusing them to expressing your needs. For example, instead of saying, You always call me too late, try. I find it difficult to unwind in the evenings when the phone rings after 9 p.m. From now on, I won't be answering calls after that time, but I'll be happy to call you back in the morning. Notice the difference. It's not a judgment. It's a statement of your personal boundary and a proposed solution. Another example: if financial expectations are causing strain, instead of endlessly bailing them out, you might say, I love you very much, and I want to support you, but I'm no longer able to provide financial assistance for that particular expense. I need to prioritize my own financial security right now. Or, if unsolicited criticism is a problem, a gentle but firm, I appreciate you caring, but I've made my decision on this, and I'm comfortable with it. I'd prefer not to discuss it further. Can work wonders. The key here is to deliver these messages calmly, kindly, and consistently. Consistency is absolutely crucial. If you set a boundary once, and then let it slide the next 5 times, your children will learn that your boundaries are flexible, not firm. They will continue to push, not out of malice, but because they haven't truly understood the new expectation. Think of it like training a puppy. They learn best through consistent reinforcement. Our adult children are not puppies, of course, but the principle of consistency in setting expectations is universal. It might feel awkward or even a little uncomfortable at first, for both you and for them. They're likely used to the old dynamic, and change can be hard for anyone, even when it's for their own good. They might push back, or express disappointment, or even try to make you feel guilty. This is where your resolve comes in. You are not being unkind by honoring your own needs and protecting your peace. You are teaching them how to treat you, and in doing so, you are actually fostering a deeper, more genuine respect. Let me share a quick example. I knew a lovely woman, Sarah, who had reached her late 60s. Her grown son, David, had a habit of dropping his laundry off at her house every Sunday evening for her to wash, expecting it to be ready by Monday. For years, Sarah, wanting to be helpful, dutifully did it, despite her own aches and pains and busy schedule. Eventually, she felt resentful and utterly taken for granted. One Sunday, when David arrived with his laundry bag, Sarah, taking a deep breath, said, "David, I love you, and I've enjoyed helping you all these years, but my hands aren't what they used to be, and I need my Sundays to rest. I won't be able to do your laundry anymore." David was initially shocked, even a little miffed. He mumbled something about her being different, but Sarah held firm. She didn't explain, apologize profusely, or give in. Over the next few weeks, David had to learn to do his own laundry. And you know what happened? He slowly started to appreciate his mother's time more, called to genuinely check in, and even offered to help her with groceries. By honoring her own needs, Sarah inadvertently taught her son a valuable lesson about self-sufficiency and, ultimately, earned a deeper, more mature respect. Re-establishing boundaries isn't about creating distance, it's about creating a clearer, healthier framework for your relationship. It shows your children that you value yourself, your time, and your energy. And when you value yourself, you teach others how to value you too. Now that we've discussed the crucial first step of setting boundaries, let's move on to our second powerful move, which builds directly on this foundation and focuses on something just as important: how we view ourselves in this evolving family dynamic. Moving on to our second powerful move, focus on self-respect and personal growth. This might sound counterintuitive to gaining respect from your children, but it's profoundly effective. Here's why: our children, especially as adults, are incredibly perceptive. They see us not just as their parents, but as individuals navigating our own lives. If they perceive us as constantly putting ourselves last, sacrificing our own needs, or lacking a vibrant purpose beyond being mom or dad, they may struggle to see us as complete, autonomous individuals deserving of their full, adult respect. Think about it. If you don't respect your own time, your own dreams, your own well-being, how can you expect others to? When you cultivate a rich, fulfilling life for yourself, you radiate confidence and purpose. This isn't about being selfish, it's about demonstrating that you are a whole, fascinating person with your own passions, interests, and priorities. So, how do we actively focus on self-respect and personal growth in this stage of life? It begins with making conscious choices to nurture yourself. Pursue your own interests with enthusiasm. Whether it's picking up a new hobby like painting or gardening, joining a book club, learning a new language, taking up dancing, or exploring new places. Enroll in an online course. Volunteer for a cause you care deeply about, or simply commit to regular walks in nature. Show them that you have a rich, dynamic life that doesn't solely revolve around their needs or their schedules. This models healthy self-care and independence, and it makes you a more interesting, well-rounded person to be around. When your children see you thriving, engaging with the world, and genuinely happy with your own pursuits, they'll naturally view you with renewed admiration and respect. It shows them you're not just a historical figure in their lives, but a vibrant, evolving individual. Another crucial aspect of this self-respect is prioritizing your well-being, physical, mental, and emotional. This means committing to regular exercise, eating nutritious foods, getting enough sleep, and managing stress effectively. When you take care of your health, you're not only investing in your longevity, but also sending a powerful message to your children. My health matters, and I am committed to living fully. It allows you to be more present, more energetic, and less reliant on them for your basic needs, which can inadvertently lead to them treating you like a dependent rather than a peer. Furthermore, learning to say no graciously, yet firmly, to requests that drain you or infringe on your personal time is a powerful act of self-respect. You don't need to apologize or over-explain. A simple, "I appreciate you asking, but I won't be able to do that," is perfectly sufficient. When you value your own time and energy, others learn to value it too. This isn't about being unavailable, but about being intentionally available. Now, building on that foundation of self-respect and a rich personal life, our third powerful move is about how we truly connect with our children on a deeper level. Practice active listening and empathy. For years, our role as parents was often to advise, to teach, to guide, and sometimes, yes, to tell them what to do. But with adult children, this dynamic needs to shift dramatically if you want to foster true respect. Often, when our adult children come to us with a problem or a situation, our first instinct is to immediately offer solutions, advice, or even jump to judgments. This, unfortunately, can inadvertently shut down communication and make our children feel unheard, misunderstood, or even lectured. True respect and deeper connection grow from feeling genuinely seen and heard. Active listening means more than just waiting for your turn to speak. It means truly hearing not just the words they are saying, but the emotions and underlying concerns behind them. It means giving them your full, undivided attention. Put away your phone, turn off the TV, look them in the eye. Ask open-ended questions that encourage them to elaborate, rather than questions that can be answered with a simple yes or no. For instance, instead of saying, "Why don't you just quit that job?" try, "How has this situation made you feel?" Or, "What are you hoping to achieve by telling me this?" This shifts the conversation from problem-solving to understanding. Empathy is the cornerstone of this move. It means trying to understand their world, their perspectives, their challenges, even if they are vastly different from your own experiences or choices. You don't have to agree with their choices to validate their feelings. You might say, "It sounds like you're feeling incredibly frustrated and overwhelmed right now." Or, I can see why you'd be upset about that. It must be really difficult. This validates their experience without condoning or judging their actions. Avoid interrupting, giving unsolicited advice, or jumping to conclusions. Just listen. Sometimes, all our adult children truly need is a safe space to vent, to process, and to feel truly heard by someone who loves them without judgment. When you offer that, you become a trusted confidant, not just a parental figure dispensing decrees. This deepens their respect for your wisdom, not just your authority. Finally, for our fourth powerful move, which might seem counterintuitive to gaining respect, but is absolutely essential for a healthy, respectful adult relationship. Offer unconditional love and support without enabling. This is perhaps the most delicate balance in parenting adult children. Your love and unwavering support are the bedrock of your family, the safe harbor they know they can always return to. But here's the crucial distinction. There's a fine line between supporting your children and enabling behaviors or choices that are ultimately detrimental to their growth and independence. If you continually rescue them from the consequences of their actions, or if you consistently provide solutions to problems they should be learning to solve themselves, you inadvertently stunt their growth and, ironically, diminish their respect for your judgment and their own capabilities. Children need to experience consequences to learn resilience and self-reliance. Your love should be a source of strength, not a constant rescue boat. How do you strike this balance? Firstly, express your love and appreciation frequently and genuinely, both verbally and through small, thoughtful gestures. Let them know you see them, you value them, and you love them, regardless of their successes or failures. Be there for emotional support. Offer a listening ear, a shoulder to cry on, a non-judgmental presence when they're struggling. This is pure, unconditional love. Secondly, when it comes to practical or financial support, define your limits clearly and stick to them, instead of automatically writing a check when your child faces a financial setback. You might offer to help them create a budget, connect them with resources, or assist them in exploring new opportunities. For instance, you could say, "I can't lend you money right now, but I can help you research financial literacy courses, or we can look for part-time job openings together." This provides support in a way that empowers them rather than creating dependency. It's incredibly difficult to watch our children struggle or make what we perceive as poor choices. Our parental instinct is to swoop in and fix it. But true love sometimes means allowing them the space to make their own mistakes and learn from them. Even when it's hard to watch, it means celebrating their successes, big and small, with genuine enthusiasm, showing them you believe in their abilities. Remember the story of a parent who learned to step back and allow their child to find their own way through a difficult job search instead of sending out resumes for them. The parent offered to proofread their resume, role-play interview questions, and simply be a cheerleader. This shift from doing for to supporting them to do led to a stronger, more respectful relationship built on mutual trust in their capabilities. These first 4 moves lay a tremendous groundwork: building healthy boundaries, nurturing your own life, listening deeply, and offering love that empowers rather than enables. But our final powerful move brings it all together in a profound way, tying into that surprise I mentioned at the very beginning. And now, for our 5th and final powerful move, the one that often resonates the deepest and carries the most weight, sometimes without us even realizing it. Be the role model you want them to see. More than anything you say, more than any advice you offer, your actions speak volumes. Our children, even as adults, are constantly observing us, whether consciously or subconsciously. They watch how we handle challenges, how we treat others, how we respond to setbacks, and how we live our daily lives. If you want them to be respectful towards you, are you modeling respect towards others in your life, your spouse, your friends, your neighbors, even service people? If you want them to be resilient in the face of adversity, are you demonstrating resilience in your own life? If you wish for open and honest communication from them, are you practicing it yourself? This powerful move is about embodying the very qualities you wish to see reflected back to you in your relationships with your children. It's about walking the talk. This includes how you handle disagreements, not just with them, but with anyone. Do you remain calm even when provoked? Do you listen to differing opinions with an open mind? Or do you dismiss them? How you manage your own emotions is also key. Do you lash out when frustrated? Or do you find healthy ways to cope? Do you wallow in self-pity? Or do you seek solutions when you consistently demonstrate these positive behaviors? You are subtly, yet profoundly, influencing their perception of you. You're showing them that respect is a two-way street, that healthy relationships are built on maturity and integrity, and that you are an individual worthy of the very respect you seek. Think about the specific actions you can take to be that role model. Model respectful communication by keeping your voice calm, even if theirs is raised. If they come to you with a complaint or a problem, instead of becoming defensive, listen and respond thoughtfully. Demonstrate accountability by being willing to admit your own mistakes when you make them. No one is perfect, and showing humility can actually increase their respect for you, as it makes you human and relatable. You know, I thought about what I said the other day, and I realize I could have handled that better. I apologize. That kind of honesty is incredibly powerful. Show resilience in your own life. Life at any age throws curveballs. How do you bounce back from setbacks? Do you let disappointment paralyze you? Or do you seek new pathways forward? Your children are watching. When they see you navigate challenges with grace, determination, and even a sense of humor, it shows them that you are strong, capable, and not someone to be pitied or managed, but someone to admire. Maintain a positive outlook on life, even when things are tough. This doesn't mean ignoring reality, but rather choosing to focus on gratitude, finding solutions, and embracing joy where you can. When you radiate positivity, it makes you a pleasure to be around, and your children will naturally gravitate towards that energy. Perhaps one of the most inspiring ways to be a role model is to engage with the world with curiosity and a continued desire for growth. Stay curious, learn new things, embrace new technologies even if it's just figuring out how to use that new app, and show them that life is a continuous journey of learning and evolving, not just a slow decline. When your children see you enthusiastically pursuing new knowledge, new skills, or new experiences, it breaks down any preconceived notions they might have about aging and shows them that you are still a vibrant, engaged individual. And here's the surprising part. The one I mentioned at the very beginning, you might think that by now, your influence as a role model has waned, that your children are too old to be impressed by your actions. But the truth is, your influence is still immense. It's simply shifted from direct instruction to subtle, powerful example. The surprise is not that you have to work harder to gain their respect, but that the path to gaining it often lies in simply being the best, most authentic version of yourself. When you practice self-respect, set clear boundaries, listen deeply, love unconditionally, and live your life as an inspiring example, their respect for you will naturally deepen and flourish. It's not about manipulating their feelings. It's about becoming the person who naturally commands respect through your integrity and how you live your life. We've talked about setting those crucial boundaries that protect your well-being and define your relationships. We've explored the importance of nurturing your own vibrant life, pursuing your passions, and prioritizing your self-respect. We've delved into the transformative power of truly listening with an open heart and practicing deep empathy. We've understood the delicate balance of offering that profound, unconditional love without enabling dependency, allowing them the space to grow. And finally, we've highlighted the immense impact of simply being the living example of the respect you wish to receive. Remember, dear friends, This journey isn't about control or manipulation. It's about cultivating a relationship built on mutual respect, understanding, and genuine, mature love. It takes time, patience, and consistency. There will be bumps in the road, moments of frustration, perhaps even some initial resistance as these new dynamics settle. But every small step you take in these directions, every boundary you uphold, every hobby you pursue, every time you truly listen, every moment you model the behavior you desire, is a step towards a more fulfilling and respectful bond with your children. You've raised them, you've loved them fiercely, and you still have so much to offer. Not just as a parent, but as a wise, respected, and thriving individual. I'd absolutely love to hear your thoughts and experiences on this. Have you tried any of these approaches? What has worked for you in fostering respect within your own family? Are there challenges you're facing that resonate with what we've discussed? Please share your stories and insights in the comments below. Your wisdom and experiences could be exactly what someone else needs to hear right now. And if you found this video helpful, if it sparked something within you, please consider giving it a thumbs up. It truly helps this message reach more people. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'm here to bring you more practical advice, heartfelt encouragement, and insights for navigating this wonderful stage of life. Because you truly deserve to live a life filled with joy, purpose, and profound connections with those you cherish most. Go out there and nurture those relationships, knowing that you are capable of building the family dynamic you've always hoped for. Live your best life, full of respect and love, at every age.